Tata is par excellence. They don't need any engagement schools. That's a different DNA. You must read a book. Recently it has come out, a brand called Tata. Please read that book. The another book is The Human Side of Tata Steel. Please read that book for all students, even practicing professionals. All your labor laws, all your social security laws, they all have emerged out of the practices which Tata Steel used to have. Your Factories Act, actually it has come from Tata Steel. The Social Security Act of PF, gratuity, bonus, everything, the genesis is from Tata Steel. So that's a different DNA. That is a different thing. And do you know, you have only said 2611, right? Do you know after that what has happened?
I just saw one.
Ratan Tata has met all the victims of not only Taj, entire Bombay. Can any managing director or a chairman of any company has taken this? Do you know the lariwalas, the chaiwalas who have lost the jobs? They have been given free loan to restart the business by Tata Trust. That's the level. You know, it is amazing. When it was later written to CIA, that we always go and see Jamshedpur, all your assumptions and presumptions will come to the ground. That's the place where the public, general public opposed when it was decided to make a corporation. They said let Tata Steel run the entire civic amenities. That's called a brand Tata. Third thing, the all 2611 victims, scholarship is given till the boy or a girl decides to take a course, and full course is by Tata. That's the level. So there the entire thing is different. It's a trusteeship principle in practice. So we can't compare that as a company, and you take any Tata companies. It is not only Taj. You take any Tata's companies. All their great directors were made homegrown. You take Darbari Seth, you take Sumant Mulgaonkar, you take Lucy Modi. All people were developed and trained by Tatas. So that is the DNA of that company. I hope I have made a point.
Yeah, I tend to agree with him. Apart from that, of course, I do not know whether it is the part of the training of that particular business. Because what happened on that particular night should have been also part of the training. I don't think it would have been.
Help in employee engagement during global recession.
Absolutely. You look at the Indian firms. How many of them have gone for retrenchment? Very few. Second thing, see, the employer branding comes, it's like hen and chicken, you know, chicken and an egg. If your employers are engaged in the business, if they are passionate about the business, they are passionate about the employees, the employee engagement goes up. And when the employee engagement goes up, you have seen by both the presentations, your revenue growth and your profitability goes up. When your revenue and profitability goes up, your business grows. When your business grows, you make more money. When you make your more money, the fraction of that also goes to your employees. See, it's a cycle. It's a cycle. You cannot separate it out, employer and employee separately. It is totally interwoven. And both are interdependent on each other for the growth of a business on long-term basis.
And employer brands are also built from inside out. Brands are always built from inside out.
Because ma'am, because of this media that are always listening to lots of jobs, but people are not so much aware that which company exactly, we just see the figures. But employer brand, if they,
See, media is also, they have to earn money. I don't demean, but there is so many hype created for this recession. Actually, it is not so. And wherever it is there, it is there. You have to accept the reality. But and again the problem is with the Indian viewers. We see 10 news, same news from 10 different channels, right? And then we talk the same thing when we sit in the canteen or in the gossip about recession. क्या recession है? किधर है? Are you affected? Have a reality check, okay?
I'll just add something here. I can talk about my own personal example. Just corroborate what you're talking. See, I was in Reliance when the recession set in and 26/11 happened. Okay. So it was a huge uncertainty. That was a real time, a real recession time. We have really seen the impact of recession on Indian economy indirectly.
So they are also taking a lot of help from international consultants. They themselves visit. I'm a witness of many acquisitions and mergers with Mr. Piramal, so I know how many times we have seen the factory. We have collected reports from the consumers. We have taken direct report from agencies, credit rating agencies, and then we have ventured out for acquisitions. So every big business house in India is now thinking in terms of conserving funds and looking for an opportunity where the cheaper either the facilities are available or the cheaper opportunities are available. So it's not happening. Second thing, you said about the linking of productivity with wages. It is definitely there in India. It is not only has arrived, it has almost institutionalized in all good companies of India. I have almost a data where the managing directors, where they are not family business. Professionally appointed managing directors have more than 40 to 50% of their total CTC linked to productivity, that is growth of the business and bottom line. It is very well connected. And down the line also, you look at L&T, look at our company, look at even the public sector. Even ICICI, NBFC, the lowest guy is also connected to productivity. Now, there are no freebies that you have come for 8 to 5 and you get this money. No. It is slowly going, percentage may vary, but there is a definite awareness in terms of productivity, in terms of job responsibilities, not only with the management, even with the employees. It is only we need to accelerate this learning and awareness. That is important. I think I hope I have clarified.